Kama yote hii tutakaa hapa mpaka kesho.
Your Excellency, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Samoei Chirchir Arap Ruto, Minister of Internal Security, Mheshimiwa Nkaiseri, IG Boynet, our three governors, or is it four, I don't know, Senator Wanyana Poor, women reps, MPs, Gogo Bond, Tokol Nyamarkweta, Chamgay. Ile ni chamagea, mujamagea ya muki kemero bibi gongwen. Ni wala chama tuchi chomi ke tipo kwa sababu kama mero amatun. Your Excellency, I will not state much. I will just take briefly on the instances of insecurity that has been in this region for quite some time. As you look at me here today, as I speak, I almost died. Nilinusurika kufa. Mimi ni majeruhi ya mahafa haya ya bonde la Kerio. Wenzangu wengine wote wengi ambao nawajua walizikwa kitambo sana na wakasaulika. Leo hii nikizungumza nazungumza na machungu mingi sana. Kwa kuwa jambo hili limezidi kutukera, limezidi kukithiri na limezidi kuwa hata ijapokuwa tukiwa na maafisa wa kushughulikia usalama. Mheshimiwa Rais, kukukumbusha kidogo, if I can draw an eye in retrospect to remind you of instances of 2001, the Murkuto massacre, where we lost 67 people at a go within an hour. That time, you were the minister in the office of president, assistant minister in the office of the president, one of the most powerful assistant ministers Kenya has ever had, because you were one of an assistant minister who sat in cabinet meetings, so you are so powerful. Your presence here today seems to be so more important because you've seen sense to come here to address our issues. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Deputy President. Your Excellency, Deputy President, I will not dwell much in the things that happened so long ago. I will go straight to matters that arose in 8 months that has elapsed. These are things that have happened unabatedly. And as the people of Kerio Valley, as we continue to die, and as we wait to continue dying, we are here today to appeal to you that kindly address these issues once and for all. Your Excellency, I will not waste much time getting into the nitty-gritties because I will give you a copy. You will go look at it, and also we shall give you a formal complaint report demanding for compensation for the losses we've occasioned for this while as we die in this valley where our grandfathers left us here, and we are not going to live here until death takes us from this world. Your Excellency, I will get into the extent of damage that has been occasioned to us in the 8 months that has elapsed since March this year. Since March, as people of Kerio Valley, we have lost 384 cows to cattle rustlers. We have lost 1,685 goats. We have lost 285 sheep. Your Excellency, they are requesting that you listen to Your Excellency, since March this year, that is a span of 8 months, we've lost 384 cows. We have lost 1,685 goats. We have lost 285 sheep. We have lost 2 generators stolen by cattle rustlers. We have lost 2 power sources. We have lost 123 of water pipes and fittings stolen. We have also lost 14 million Kenya shillings worth of farm crops that were slashed by the cattle rustlers for no good reason. We don't understand that if they come to our farms and slash our crops, what will these remaining people eat so that they can climb to the rocks while they are hiding in caves? Your Excellency, we also lost 16 lives between March. Let me put it clear today here, and we will give it, we have evidence here that we have lost 16 lives since March. It is not true that we have just lost 2 lives as reported recently. We have lost 16 lives. We have had also 14 of injured people. They have been crippled. They have been, some of them are still recuperating in hospital. Your Excellency, in all the above scenarios, we as the people of Kerio Valley have been left without help to suffer the heavy losses listed above, with some of our leaders staying mum on it. We don't know why they are keeping quiet while their people are dying. The mandate given to our leaders is with the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya are here. Our leaders are not exercising their mandate to report these things, because we wonder, why does authorities stay for this long to come to salvage the situation already when we have already lost people like this? It is so sad. It carries a connotation of a political instigation, because if somebody can die, if a robber can rob you in your house and security does not respond, there is a reason. And that's why we believe it might be having a connotation of political instigation. I will go straight to the resolutions of the people of Kerio Valley. It is not my resolutions, Your Excellency. We, the people of Kerio Valley, in lieu of the above, and as affected people of Kerio Valley, we hereby make the following resolutions. We demand from the government that protection of lives and property is a right, it is not a privilege. As enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya 2010, we demand for that right to be given to us, to be exercised to the letter. The second one, it is also a right to our school-going children to have quality education without interference, but not a privilege. We demand for compensation for our people who are killed, injured, maimed, and also for our stolen livestock and destroyed properties. Number 4, we remind the government that it is their duty to provide security, but not to arrest our school-going children and to charge them in courts while knowing very well that they are innocent. All these children that are arrested on roads, some of them have been killed. These ones who are very innocent, very angry, the food has been slashed in the shamba. They want to go home. You arrest them. You take to cells. You arraign them in court, knowing very well that they are innocent. Your Excellency, it is our prayer to you that kindly you address these issues. Resolution number 5. We remind the government that our border with the Pokot is clearly delimited at the Kerio Valley. The crossing of the Pokot to our land carrying guns is trespass, aggression, and violation of our rights as a people of Kerio Valley, Marakwet tribe. The Jubilee government, we believe and we feel so strongly that the Jubilee government that we so voted overwhelmingly, we gave Jubilee government 99.7% of our votes, has neglected us. The Jubilee government has neglected us. That is why 16 of voters are in graves. We are wondering, what votes will you get? You will get minus that 99, because we will die. In our imagination, if it continues like this, by 2017, half of these people here will not be here, will have been killed by cattle rustlers. Resolution number 7, Your Excellency, we elected leaders. We elected leaders to represent us and to pass our message to the authorities. You are the head of authorities. Because you've come here today, we believe that you will address our issues. Your Excellency, some of whom are privileged of our leaders, those who are elected, they are privileged to be closely in touch with you. Instead of them representing our issues, they have decided not to, reasons of which are better known to them. Our resolution number 7. Resolution number 7. In as much as our MCAs, MPs, and other leaders are trying to fight for our goals and concerns, our senator, let me just be specific. It is not me being specific, this is a resolution of the Marakwet people of Kerio Valley. Our senator, who is so close to the Jubilee government and who purports to be number 3 in the kitchen of Jubilee government, while flying around on helicopters, has neglected us all along in a gesture we believe is deliberate and has a ill motive of having our issues not addressed. We demand that he stops being the spokesman of the community, because the only time we visit the area is when we are burying victims of cattle rustling. An act which by Marakwet culture could be interpreted to be a bad omen, which calls for condemnation. That's okay. Owing to the fact that paramilitary in the region, who are supposed to be taking care of us, have abdicated their duty to provide security, we demand that all security forces in the valley who are here, who are loitering in the roads, be relocated. Their camps be relocated to the Kerio, our designated border with Pokot, so that they can guard our Pokot brothers and cadres, and they arrest the criminals who come to attack us. We demand from the government to recruit and issue home guards. That is very important. Home guards, home guards. Your Excellency, we understand these places. We understand our gullies. We understand our trenches. We understand our valleys better than people who come from far. We request that you give us 100 home guards in each village of Marakwet, so that as the Pokot rustlers come, we can rustle them in the gullies and the valleys. Your Excellency, I've remained with this resolution, but I will read the last one. Let me just finish with the last one. That by these resolutions, we demand from the government to address all the issues raised within 7 days. Failure to which, as a people of Marakwet community, we shall seek for further redress for justice in the International Court of Justice, because the government has abdicated its duty of protecting lives and properties of the Marakwet people. This memorandum has been addressed to the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the Minister of Internal Security, and the Inspector General of Police. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Namwalika Samuel Chesubet kwa ufupi. Samuel hayuko? Oh, huko. Karibu. Kwa ufupi.